Hey there. Welcome, welcome. How is everybody? I'm going to give it a few minutes for people to hop on. I've been getting a lot of texts and how do I get there and what's the link and what's the name of the group and all that stuff. So I'm just going to give it a few minutes to have people hop on and we will see you soon. Hold on. I'm going to invite a few people that were having trouble. Hi there. Hi, everybody. Hello. Hello. Okay. Alrighty. Hello. Hey, Melissa, Meredith, Andrea. Oh, thanks. Yeah, fun earrings, right? Have to do something different tonight. Hi, Laura. Welcome. We're going to get going in a second. Hold on. I'm getting a text from somebody. Thank you. People having trouble getting on. Click the link. Search name of group. Sorry about this, guys. Want to make sure I'm helping everybody get on. All right, so I don't want to waste any time. I have lots of good stuff to share. I'm going to be mindful of the comments, and I hope I don't miss anything, as I'm also going to be mindful of my outline, just so I can make sure we all stay on track tonight. Hold on, let me just turn my volume down. All right, how's everybody doing? I know this is such an odd time, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. We have a good amount of people that have gotten on so far. So hi. My name is Katie Linden, if we haven't met. My intention tonight is to provide information that can inform, empower, and hopefully inspire you to take some action that helps you feel better during this uncertain time. I'm going to briefly touch upon a lot of different topics, so if you want deeper knowledge in one of them, just let me know and I'll get you that information directly. I am going to share resources that I use. I'm going to take a bit of extra time to share in particular why I recommend the Arbonne brand along with other brands that I do use. So my other intention and hope for this chat is to help us all transition from a time of just surviving to maybe using this odd time at home to thrive. Thank you for my friend Grace today who had that perspective. You know, we've all gotten through a few weeks of this weird home quarantine situation, and we can see it's going to be a little bit longer, right? So why not make the choice to see this as a time of opportunity? Maybe it's to get some reading done, to clean out your house, maybe a little self-care, which is what this is really about tonight. So those of you who do not know me, I'm a holistic health coach. I have a background in exercise physiology and nutrition. I'm also an LCSW licensed clinical social worker, psychotherapist, and I'm an executive regional vice president with Arbonne International, which is a vegan health and wellness company. I'm a mom to a 3-year-old girl. I live in Bronxville, New York, and I'm really happy to be with you tonight because an integrative approach to health is my passion for sure, and I'm so blessed that I've been able to create a practice around that. So I have an individual practice where I do a lot of consults and help people through, it might be mind, body, spirit type of an approach to health, and I also have the business through products and teaching people about avoiding toxins. So I hope to do this tonight in about 20 minutes. I have a lot of information, and I'm just going to touch lightly on each topic. Honestly, each of these areas could be 20 minutes in their own right, so have a little grace with me because perhaps I'm going to be a little longer, but I'm going to try not to be. And stay tuned because I want to make this really fun, and I'm going to have a raffle and tell you how you can enter that and have some giveaways and just to make it a little lighter because sometimes the topic of health gets a little heavy. So I'm organizing this around our 5 tips to strengthen your immune system naturally. We're going to talk about sleep, gut health, good nutrition and avoiding sugar, supplementation, mindset, and anxiety. So first, before we go, drop a 1 if you're watching this live and tell me where you are. I want to increase our virtual connection here. If you're watching the replay, drop a 2 and tell us where you are and help us feel a little more connected here, right? As we're all starved for that. Where are you tonight? All right, I'm going to jump into the first tip is sleep. So make sure to get 7 to 10 hours of sleep each night if you can. And it's interesting, I saw research that those with higher levels of melatonin, which are kids and pregnant women, have an added protection around this virus. And there's a mechanism of action between melatonin and anti-inflammatory processes in the body. And it's interesting that looks like it's one of the reasons. So melatonin is produced in our body like at the end of the day when we want to go to sleep, but it is stripped really from our time spent from white and blue light on screens like this. So the blue light, the white light, one tip is to admit or stop being on your screen 2 hours before you go to bed. I know that can be tough, right? So they have blue light blocking glasses. If you want info, I can help you on that. Another is use a melatonin supplement, because if your body's not producing it because of the exposure to all the unnatural light, we need a little more of it. So you can use, I have some sprays. Arbonne makes a spray. There's a company called Energetic that makes a spray that's safe for all ages. And you want to support your natural biorhythm. So you want to get out or have exposure to natural light and get out in the sunlight, get your vitamin D. I'm going to talk more about vitamin D in a bit. You want to dim your lights before you go to sleep. So decrease the lights, and you want to sleep in a completely dark room. So that if you have like a cable box light, like that can be really bright, other little things. So try to block them out or wear an eye mask. And you want to put your phone on airplane mode, or keep your phone out of your bedroom, or at least 7 feet away from your body. That is exposure to EMFs, electromagnetic frequencies. Our bodies, our brains do not like them. And so we want to keep that away. Drop a comment below if you want more information on sleep hygiene. There's a whole biology and science behind sleep hygiene. So if sleep is an issue for you, definitely drop a comment below. Okay, number 2, my favorite topic, gut health. We are what we eat, we are what we absorb, and we are the bacteria in our body. We're actually more bacteria than human cells in our body. And 70 to 80% of our immune cells are present in our gut. So problems in our GI tract can cause more than just, stomach pain, gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation. They actually can be the root cause of many chronic diseases, and like gut imbalances and leaky gut tend to be connected to hormonal imbalances and autoimmune disorders like rheumatoid arthritis, Hashimoto's, diabetes, chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, anxiety, and depression, eczema, rosacea, psoriasis. Our gut is connected to everything. So we want to arm our gut right now with as many good guy bacteria as possible, so we're equipped for a fight. So I'm not going to get into the whole deeper discussion. If you want information on gut health, I can help you. But we have good guy bacteria and bad guy bacteria in our bodies. The bad guys come from stress, from processed food, from sugar, from dairy, from gluten, from alcohol, from environmental things we're exposed to, stress, as I said. So the good guys come from things like your veggies, alkaline forming fruits, fermented foods, things like that, right? So we tend not to get enough of the good guys, and antibiotics are also a big problem because they strip all the bacteria, making us more vulnerable during that time. So you want to take a pre and a probiotic. And I know this is challenging to figure out which one. I'm always helping my clients, like, there's so much in the marketplace, what do I do? And I was actually interviewed by CBS News this summer when a study came out that 90% of the probiotics in the marketplace are ineffective. And it's true, and I agree with that. So there's only a few tested strains of bacteria where they could actually link, like, this bacteria will give you X, Y, and Z results, like for bloating, constipation, diarrhea, things like this, right? So I do recommend also taking more than just one kind of, because we are millions and millions of bacteria, and as much as we know about gut health and the microbiome, we know we're just getting started and trying to figure it out and try to replicate what was just natural in nature that is now a little less natural, being that we eat more processed food, factory farm food, and we're not really in tune with like local and farm raised and all of that stuff. So a high strain, like 100,000 CFUs, and needs to be able to survive the acidity of the gut. A lot of probiotics die in your gut. They're not formulated in a way they're going to even make it into the GI system where they do all the work. So here are some brands I use. Seed.com, SEED.com. That's a great tested brand. I use it. I use Ion Biome. It's dirty water. It kind of comes from the soil. There's a whole discussion. Dr. Zach Bush is a great resource if you want to learn more about that. And Arbonne's Digestion Plus. It is incredible. I think I have it here. It's really interesting because it comes as a fermented powder instead of a pill. It doesn't have to be refrigerated. So my clients with Crohn's, IBS, diverticulitis, any GEI issue find such relief in this from the pain. So it doesn't have to be refrigerated, as I said, and it also has prebiotics. Prebiotics are big right now too. They're the food for the probiotic. They exist naturally on like the outsides of your fruits and veggies and things like that. So if the prebiotics aren't present, the probiotics need to feed on them, and then they need to survive acidity. So that's the whole deal. But everyone from an infant up should be taking probiotics, in my humble opinion. And you know, it's good for health, it's good for prevention, but right now, given how much immune system is generated from your gut, like I said, 70 to 80%, you really want to arm yourself and I take 3 a day, those 3 different strains every single day. And if I can help you with that, you just drop a comment, gut health, and I can try to help you. Also, improving your gut health, you can eat naturally fermented foods. We're away from our cultures of origin a lot, where this was more common. I like a brand called Real Pickles. You can get it in the refrigerated section at Whole Foods and some health food stores, and it's a fermented sauerkraut. I actually use a little bit of the juice, just like 1/8 to 1/4 of a teaspoon, once or twice a day in my daughter's protein shakes, and she can't taste, and she's getting all that good stuff. So I hope that's helpful to somebody, because if you can't create your own fermented food, then you can try to go buy it somewhere, right? This brings us to tip number 3. So good nutrition and avoiding added sugar. You know, I know the time like this, we all want comfort. We want comfort food. We want a little sweet treat. A lot of us want a little wine or a cocktail at night. But sugar, what is sugar? It's considered an anti-nutrient. And it doesn't help our minds, and it doesn't help our bodies operate well at all. And think of like a PET scan. If you have cancer, you know, you go drink a sugar liquid and it lights up the cancer centers in your body. You know, it's the food of cancer. So I'm not trying to be doom and gloom and say you can't have like a cookie here and there, but I'm just trying to say, you know, sugar is such an addiction, and it's a slippery slope where you have a little one day and then you're craving more and more and more. And then really the only way to kick the sugar habit is cold turkey. So, and I have a whole Facebook Live on that. So if you have a sweet tooth and want a great article, I came across it, just a wonderful article. It's a podcast, or you can read the transcript on sugar. Just drop the comment sugar, and I will absolutely give you that article. It's been awesome. And if anybody follows me on Facebook, I have a lot of videos up there now that are on some of these topics, and they go a little more in depth too. So right now is the perfect time not only to clean out your closets and your pantry, but to clean out your body and focus on how you can use food as fuel, food as medicine, and stop ingesting foods that make us fight to survive, because that is really what happens in our body. So before I go on to tip number 4, which I'm going to talk about the supplements to take and I use, and number 5 is around anxiety and mindset, I want to take a moment to talk about the connection between the gut and your brain. And you know, we just talked about your gut and immunity. So 95% of your neurotransmitters are actually developed in your gut. So if you want serotonin, dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitters in your brain to work right, have all the synapses go, you actually want to, again, look at your gut. What food are you eating? Less sugar, more probiotics, you know, and more good bacteria help your brain work better. So I'm going to circle back to this when I talk about mindset and anxiety, but the sugar can really do a number on our brain. We're using it to feel better in the moment, and then just like our insulin will crash after that, so will our brains. It just is such a big connection between our gut and our brain and our mental health. And as a mental health clinician, this is one of the reasons I created my own practice. I really wanted to be able to address what were we fueling our bodies with that were also impacting our brains. So how do you eat clean? What is the answer? You know, I run a program called the 30 Days to Healthy Living and Beyond, which has helped hundreds of thousands of people hit the reset button on their health and decrease or eliminate symptoms. I see them get off medications, find energy again. Maybe someone gets rid of migraine or bad skin issues or their anxiety. You know, it's really just amazing when we can know what foods do what they do to us. And we're all different. We all have our own bioidentity. So there's not one right way for every person. And our bodies are always detoxifying for us, right? our liver especially, our kidneys, our GI system, our lungs, and our skin. Those are your major elimination organs. So we want to stop taking toxins in and let our bodies get to work and work on the stored toxins. Most of the toxins that we're exposed to, a lot of them are fat-soluble toxins. It's like antibiotics, hormones, pesticide. They get trapped in our fat cells. So we want to free up the traffic to our liver so the body knows that it can get rid of those toxins safely, and they have a way to process and get them out. And yeah, the fat goes with it. So when you're detoxifying appropriately, fat loss and weight loss is a side effect of what we do. The basic premise is an elimination diet. You teach people how to eat clean and source quality nutrients. It's about, not about deprivation. So yeah, elimination means you eliminate gluten, dairy, alcohol, corn, soy, caffeine, and added sugar. I'm actually on day 8 of a detox right now. I've lost 3, maybe 4 pounds, and even though this isn't weight loss based, it is a side effect. But I'm sleeping better for sure. I'm much more calm, and I tend to be a more anxious person. So that's big, especially right now. My skin is more clear and my back pain is less. I know now for me, sugar and gluten in particular, I'll often get a lot of joint pain in my hands or feet, back, and now I know it's food related. It's not that I need to go to a physical therapist or something like that. I need to watch the inflammatory stuff going in my mouth. My husband's also just done this with me. He's experienced 8 pounds of weight loss in 8 days. Yes, guys, you lose weight quicker, I know. He's much more calm, and he also has some skin issue called KP, where you have these little white bumps on your skin, and that goes away when he does this. So we're glad we did this, because we would just have been 1 week deeper into eating more and drinking more, quite honestly. So I'm really grateful we've done this. We feel like, we're a little more productive and calm at home. So I've taught this with and without products, and I want to share the big nutritional helpers that I see make a huge difference for my clients. This is why I ended up partnering with Arbonne, because I saw my clients in my practice. I would teach the elimination diet and all the time, and without a lot of helpers to help that deprivation feeling, what I noticed, they weren't as compliant. And when I offered and they chose Arbonne products in the nutritional kit, what I saw was they stayed compliant. They would actually finish 30 days, often go on to 60 or 90 days, and they would adopt real lifestyle change in their habits with eating, and that was huge. And then their lab work changed. So that was proof for me that the nutritional products were a real asset to people, and that's kind of how I ended up here with the Arbonne business I have. I was definitely hesitant to represent one brand or to trust it, because I'm a huge skeptic with nutrition and also with skincare and personal care products. So I'm just going to take a moment to explain why the Arbonne brand is different and why I recommend it, and then I'll share some of the tools that you can also use in efforts to detoxify or just create simple, more healthy habits right now. So Arbonne has Swiss heritage. It is a brand as well as a business. It's 40 years old, vegan certified. It has safe, high-performance vegan skincare. It has the whole nutrition, which I'll talk about a bit, personal care products, full color cosmetics line, essential oils, baby care, so much more. And the business side, it's a mobile, global, virtual franchise type opportunity based on educating people around health. So the founder was a botanist who was a visionary, and he just wanted to create safer, cleaner, plant-based products for people and create a way for people to authentically use products and create a flexible stream of income. And this is why we're not retail. The core values for this company that resonated with me are empowerment, transparency, and sustainability. So we're now a certified B corporation, B as in boy instead of C, which balances profits with purpose and a big focus on the environment as well. So Patagonia and Athleta are other companies you might know that also hold that high designation, which is pretty cool. Arbonne has a partnership with TerraCycle. So they're hard to recycle Arbonne parts. Maybe it's like this is an immunity booster pouch, like one of these things or products you can send back to Arbonne. They go to TerraCycle and making playground materials, park benches, things like that. We're going to be a zero waste company by 2030, which includes getting rid of all plastics, which is polluting our earth and our oceans. We formulate over 250 cutting-edge plant-based products that people use every day with an integrative approach. And that is what spoke to me as a practitioner wanting to help people from the mind, the body, and the spirit. We're vegan certified, cruelty-free, OU kosher, non-GMO, low glycemic, gluten-free, banned substance control group, and considered the #1 global brand for healthy living inside and out. So Getting past all of that, it's why I really do trust it. And there's one more reason, is you are what you eat, but you're also what you absorb. And we absorb things through eating, but our skin is our largest organ. And what we put on it ingests 10 times faster than what we eat. So it's actually one of the easier ways to be healthier when we're aware. And it takes just 30 seconds for what we put on the skin to get into the bloodstream, travel around the body. And that's why medical transdermal patches are used so often, because they're so effective and so quick to work. I'm not really going to talk about skincare today. If you want to know about toxins to avoid, I have a glossary you can use to educate yourself. Just drop skin in the comments. If you want information on like what you're looking for in skincare, or a skin issue, just drop skin in the comments and I'm totally happy to help you. I did learn 12 years ago that the European Union banned it was 1,200 chemicals in 1996 from personal care products. The U.S. and the FDA only ban 11 today. So we have to be empowered, savvy consumers. We can't trust that what's on our shelf is safe. And what impressed me the most is Arbonne bans over 2,000. And so that means we don't use parabens, dyes, fragrances, petrochemicals, artificial sweeteners, and so on. And what was most important to me was the commitment to purity. That means they take the responsibility and the bottom line dollar to screen all raw materials themselves for things like heavy metals, pesticide, lead, arsenic, GMO, onto the 2,000. And so this is a much, much higher standard than USDA certified organic. And I serve people with serious conditions, cancer and chronic diseases. I also was on my own health journey around fertility, and I didn't want any hormone disrupting things in my world. So knowing this has really made the difference for me. And Arbonne is sold in the US and in Canada and the UK, New Zealand, Australia, and Poland. And so we have to formulate to the highest global standard, because every other country really has much higher standards than we do. So anyway, we aren't just what we eat, we are what we absorb. And with so many people with compromised GI systems, we're not getting all of the nutrients from the food we're even eating. So by the time we're an elderly person in our 80s, the statistic is you get about 11% of the vitamins and minerals of the food you're eating. So, plus our soil has been degraded from our factory farming, pesticide use and stuff. So our veggies and fruits and grains don't have all the vitamins and minerals they did 25 plus years ago. And this is a reason we have to supplement. I'm going to talk about that. So I just think everyone, because of all of this, is a candidate for protein shakes. This is the one I use. You get a nutrient-dense meal. It's already broken down, so all your body has to do is suck up the nutrients, right? And it's easily absorbed. This one's vegan, soy-free, non-GMO, gluten-free, low glycemic, no artificial sweeteners, blah, blah, blah. But it's easy to digest, and it tastes really good. Like my daughter loves it, my husband uses it, we all use it. They taste really, really amazing. I just can't say enough. It's like, I think we think of protein shakes like Ensure when people are in the hospital or get older, and that stuff is full of chemicals. But the concept, though, that you could get more nutrients from one drink is great. So I highly recommend one healthy habit you can adopt today is have a shake. And shakes can be junk food, so you have to learn a little bit about the company. And all those things I just told you about Arbonne, that's the kind of due diligence you want to do on other brands that you're shopping from. You want to contact them and ask, and believe me, if they're doing the right thing, they let you know. And if they're not, they're going to skirt around it. So you just want to ask questions to know, and you can trust whatever brand. And I have vetted lots of brands. Of course, this makes it easier after I trusted what Arbonne was doing. But I'm happy to help you if you want me to take a look at something you use. We have on our program, we have B Vitamin Fizzy Sticks. I'll talk about these in a little bit. But one of the biggest things I like people to know about is fiber. Can you have more fiber in your diet? We need 28 grams for women, over 35 for men. Most Americans get less than half of that. So I use the soluble fiber. There's two kinds of fiber. I'm not going to get into this whole thing, but soluble fiber is like a sponge, and it soaks up all the toxins to get them out of your body. So when you don't have enough fiber in your diet, those toxins have to recirculate. They have to go get sucked up by your fat cells or sit somewhere else in your body. And big point of soluble fiber is it helps clean our bile. and get it out of the body. If not, it gets recirculated and it becomes like sludge, and that creates a whole host of problems. And liver health is directly connected to our overall health and our immune system health. So a big helper, if you can't eat enough, is to use a soluble fiber powder, and it has prebiotics in it with the inulin. It's awesome. You can also use a greens powder if you don't get enough fruits and veggies every day. I use this one. I do a green gut shot every morning. It's a scoop of your servings of veggies from the rainbow, and it's alkaline forming. It's a great way to get more fruits and veggies. Put it in water, put it in a shake, and you'll get more nutrients that way. So that's a good idea. Having a tea. This is a detox tea I love. It has milk thistle, dandelion root, spearmint, peppermint. It's great for digestion, your liver, and your kidneys, the big organs that are doing a lot of work for us. So you can't usually find all of that in one, but those are things you want to look for, especially milk thistle and dandelion. And then lastly, I've already talked about Digestion Plus, which is probiotics, but you want probiotics. So if the plan I teach, if you want information, drop the comment nutrition. We have meal plans, there's education, your hand gets held the whole way through as much as you want it. And I want to give you some tips right now on foods that boost immunity. So citrus, bell peppers, broccoli, garlic, ginger, almonds, turmeric, green tea, kiwi actually, sunflower seeds, spinach, and fermented foods. So you want more veggies in your life, right? Then if you think of your plate and how to support your gut, how to support your brain, your immune system, can your plate be mostly plant-based? I'm not against animal protein. I'm not vegan, but I'm not going to talk about sourcing, but that's a whole thing about how to source quality animal protein if you eat it, but or don't eat it for sure. And I can talk about that some other time, or give you that link to nutrition, and I'll give you a link that explains all of this. Have more veggies. Can you just simply get more veggies into every meal? That is just one great tip, because that way you're going to get more insoluble and soluble fiber, and beans are a good help too. So that's on that. So even if you don't want to do a 30-day program, you could do 7, 10, or some modified version, or just simply add a healthy habit. I have a breakfast club going. Do you want to be part of the breakfast club with me? We do a green gut shot, your greens, your probiotics, your prebiotics, and you have a healthy shake every day, and then you can feel good. You've done one really good thing for yourself that day, gave yourself a lot of good nutrients, probiotics, greens, and you're good. So again, drop the comment nutrition, and I'm happy to give you all the information you can make the best decision for yourself. So you guys, this is such a great time for self-care and reconnecting. I'm going so long, I'm sorry, and I'm almost done. And knowing how food makes you feel. So if you want a personal consult with me, you can also message for consult. I give you a very in-depth questionnaire. We have an hour virtual meeting together, and then I give you a very in-depth personalized options and recommendations for you on how to take the next steps based on your goals and your health. So I can help you with that as well. So you know why gut health is important for your neurotransmitters, for your immune system. So now you can clean up your thoughts, mindset, and anxiety, right? So I think I would sum up the anxiety of the time right now to think more about what you want, less about what you don't want, and to talk more about what you want, and don't talk so much about what you don't want. And I know it's easier said than done. Like you wake up, you're like, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I really don't like homeschooling. I might be guilty of saying that one. I can't believe I have to go do this today. I'm so tired. That's all negativity, and that just breeds anxiety. So really, if you could change that around, like instead of I'm so tired, I wish I had more energy today. Or like, oh, I get to spend this time at home looking for the bright side, because what you focus on grows. So what are you focusing on right now? Are you watching the news all day long? So my one big recommendation for reduction in anxiety is limit. You are only allowed 2 doses of news a day at max. If you can do less or skip a day, even better. And are you laughing at all? Can you watch a funny YouTube? A friend of mine, Sue, gave me a funny YouTube yesterday. I posted it. Laugh. Can you watch a Netflix comedian or something? But laughter changes your endorphins and your physiology in your brain. Are you breathing? Yes, deep breathing. This means everyone's always like, yeah, I breathe. I'm like, no, really breathe. Like not up here. Like take one deep belly breath in through the nose, slowly hold it for 5, exhale for a count of 5. That's a real belly breath. When you're anxious, the only thing you can do is not really work on the thoughts in that moment. You want to calm down your biology. lower your blood pressure, calm your physiology down, and deep belly breaths every day is like it's like going to the spa. So really do it. Get distracted. What distracts you? Usually doing something new distracts you. Maybe do a new workout. Like the Peloton app is free for everybody right now, whether you have the bike or not. And there's lots of different exercises you can do on there. But like having to learn something new takes your focus off all the doom and gloom and what is that we don't know what's going to be. Exercise is huge. It increases endorphins. You sweat. Sweat is a master detoxifier. So you want to do that. And you want to walk in nature and dig in the dirt. The prebiotics in the soil, that's where it used to all come from, in our food. And so get out in nature, get in the soil, get dirty in the mud, and let it get ingested through your skin. It's actually really good for us. So really, thinking in the past creates guilt. Thinking in the future creates anxiety. The only thing we can do right now in the present moment to create peace is to mind our mind and say, right now, everything is okay. Everything is working out for me. And then make your plans from your future in a calmer place. The outcome will be better. You want to learn how to meditate? I have a great resource on YouTube. You can write Zen 12 guided meditation. Zen 12. You have to put a headphone in, and it helps your brain waves to slow down so you can have a chance to maybe meditate. I know trying to meditate is a challenge, and I could do a whole talk on that. Headspace, I believe their app is free right now, and there's one called Breathe, Breathe, and even just 5 minutes a day. And my last tip with mindset, can you think about an intention for your day? To feel good, to find unexpected ease through the day, unexpected laughs. Like, what is the intention for your day? Like, if we get up and we're just kind of floating through and frustrations can get the best of us, if we go, wait a minute, what was my intention today? My intention was to be calm. My intention was to see the best. My intention was to find something silly. My intention was whatever, right? But an intention for your day can really help. All right, guys, I apologize for going so long. I want to just get to the last tip and we'll close up. Supplements. What do you take? Everyone asks me. And I can drop the comment supplements if you want my list, okay? 3,000 IUs of vitamin C a day. I know in Korea there's a lot of great results coming with virus and having intravenous vitamin C. You can take up to 1,000 an hour. If you want more information on high dose vitamin C, let me know, but at least 3,000. You want 5,000 IU of vitamin D3 with K2 a day. Vitamin D impacts every cellular function in our body. It's like the juice for our body, especially respiratory. So getting sun is the best way to get D. If you have darker skin, you're going to have lower D levels. And most of us wear a lot of sunscreen, so our D levels are also compromised. Vitamin D3 is the kind that is best for our body based on the research out there. And if you don't have K2 in the blood when you take it, K2 comes from cruciferous vegetables, you can't absorb that D that you're taking. Okay, so you want to take 5,000 at least D3 with K2. You want a multivitamin that has A, magnesium, and zinc. And if you don't have that, you could just get A, magnesium, and zinc. And Arbonne has a fantastic potent whole food multivitamin. So again, drop supplements in the comments. I'll give you my list. It has the links. It's where I get them. All the brands I use: Garden of Life, Mega Foods, Energetics, Premier Research, Arbonne, Thorne sometimes I use. Vitamins, you have to check your label too. Like, do they have fillers? Is there gluten and soy and yuck and corn in there? Like, are they whole food vitamins? Are they synthetic? That's a whole talk we could do too. So now you have one of those 5 tips you can get started on. You want to eat clean? Do you want to do a healthy habit with me? Tell me you want to do a healthy habit. Drop a comment and I'll add you to a group to do a healthy habit with me, or you can just do it. You don't have to be in a group. So this event's going to be open for 48 hours until Wednesday night, and this is where the raffle comes in, so pay attention. I can post additional resources. You can ask questions. You can add people if you think they would benefit to this, and the raffle. So I'm going to raffle off some of my favorite goodies. This is a smoothing nightly cleanser, day and night cleanser. It's amazing. It helps with smoothing. It gets off makeup. It doesn't sting my eyes, and it doesn't strip your skin and keep you feeling tight. I just absolutely love this for men and women. It's amazing. This is a True Hair Daily Leave-In Conditioner Treatment. Again, great for men and women. It's awesome. It'll leave your hair shiny and conditioned. And lastly, I'm going to also raffle off these B vitamin drinks. This is a coffee replacement helper. They come in a little stick, And they're not artificially sweetened nor dyes. They give you energy through your B vitamins. They're alkaline forming. I didn't get to talk about caffeine and acidity, but that's part of a detox program too. And these are just like give you some calm, stable energy through the day, and they are a lifesaver. So if you want these 3 products, which is almost $150 value, drop the comment, I'm in. I'm in. And I'll put your name in, and I will go live and pull a winner on Wednesday night, and you will get it. So if anyone's ready to start using cleaner products, you want a detox, healthy habit, message me. If people place orders in the duration of this group, I give extra free product as a thank you. And if you want a consult and you book a consult with me, I'll give an extra $50 off. I want to make this fun and a win-win for everyone. And I just hope this makes taking a step towards greater health more fun for everybody. You know, if you want more info, if you want to do a little virtual group for your network because you think this would be good for people you know, I'm happy to do that. Let me know. So in closing, thank you for being here. I'm giving you something tangible you can do right now to feel better in some way. And as we went through tonight, I'm thinking, you know, if you guys want, after the 48 hours is up of the freebies and giveaways, I could do more workshops in here if you want to keep this group open for the next month or two as we go through this pandemic. I could do more workshops on topics like mindset, anxiety, fiber, detox, sleep. Drop a comment if you want that. Say yes. And what's the topic you want to know more about? If I see there's a need, I am happy to do that. And also you can check out my Facebook page too. So thank you for watching. I'm wishing you health. I'm wishing you more laughs. And I'm sorry I went so late, but I hope this was helpful. And I'm happy to answer any questions, everybody. So have a good night. Thank you for being here. Bye.